Mess to message, weakness to superpower. Mess to message is the idea that the darkness that you've been through, the dark tunnels, the traumatic childhood, the transgressions against you, right? That literally is the fuel from which you can craft your message to the world. You know, I have a lesson of light, love, and connection to the world, born from my childhood and my history of darkness and disconnection and lovelessness. I have a message of transformational speaking from a past of being a stutterer who had a terrible, terrible, terrible first swing at public speaking and was mortified and embarrassed in high school and decided I will never do that again. And I was not messing around about that, right? And so I have a message about what it is to be a transformational public speaker, bringing light and love to the world. I have a message about what it is to be the source of light, love, and connection in the world, because I've been through the darkness, I've been through the tunnel, and the darkness of the tunnel is my strength, right? I have a history of having a pretty dark experience in another training environment, right? Getting beat on and shamed and threatened and ridiculed and, all that kind of stuff, right? It's just part of the culture. And I have a message about what it is to create a culture in love and dignity and honor, right? And integrity, right? Having lived a life completely absent of people being impeccable with their word and coming from love, I have a message about the power of word and love, okay? Having been around powerful people who had no congruency of being, saying one thing and doing another and hurting people along the way, I have a message about, the power and the joy and the possibility of a community of people who have congruency of being, who their words match their being and their actions. And so that's mess to message, right? It is what you've been through that is your message to the world, because what you went through, other people are going through, and they need to hear from you now. And as you ascend from the darkness, you have a message and a recipe to stand for people, and you can be their guide like no one else. And you're unmovable about that which you see is possible because you've been through the darkness and you have a recipe. Weakness to superpower is pretty much the same thing, but it points to an ability as opposed to a message, right? I went from stutterer to transformational public speaker, right? I know something about what it is to have that ability to bring light and love and create worlds in my language and have those worlds be available for people. Because I've been from the beginning where I couldn't even speak to a stranger, right? So you have all these beautiful divine abilities from your weaknesses that you've overcome, and you have beautiful messages for the world from the darkness that you've transcended. But that's what the world needs now. The world needs lighthouses, people who are beacons of love, light, hope, peace, joy, connection. That's what the world needs now. You following your bliss, being whole, complete, and sovereign in love, standing for what you see is possible given what you've overcome and what you've journeyed through. So my message to you is be the lighthouse, embrace your darkness, embrace your journey, embrace your weaknesses, and then be the lighthouse in the world from the darkness that you've transcended.